Hi, my name is Christine Collins, and I'm doing an invitational speech on the legalization of marijuana, the pros and the cons. And here are my audience.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Perfect. So the first thing I want to talk about was, did you know that 25 different states have medical marijuana laws already in place, as well as 5 different states have the recreational and medical passed as well, Colorado being one of them. And the 25 states also include the District of Columbia and Guam. With this, I was just wanting to show the research and statistics that I have found personally from peer-edited reviews, as well as different articles that I've read. For the relevance of this topic, living in Colorado and being multi-generational audience, it is very important for us to understand and know exactly where the money is going and where it's coming from. For the recreational use, that was passed as Amendment 64 in 2012 in November. And also the medical was passed Amendment 20 in 2000. So for a while it actually has been medically allowed in Colorado. For this, it is a big controversy, and there are definitely multiple different studies that you can do to research this topic. But first, I was going to look at the pros from the cancer research. The two different research tasks I've looked at, the first one was done by Catherine Scott, Angus Dolgish, and Wao Lu. The 3 researchers did research on the cancer cells and the cannabis, which is an oil that's extracted from medical marijuana. With those 2 things side by side, they're able to look at the reduction of the cancer cells alongside radiation and the cannabis oil. The second research we did was Stephen Hart, Oliver Fisher, and Alexa Ulrich. This looked in the primary cancer research, preventing the nausea, vomiting, and the pain of it, as well as doing the appetite. Both of these studies found very good results and were able to support medical marijuana in the cancer research field. As we all know, the controversy is very high and there are very many debates whether it's good or bad. So, with the cons, there was a research done by Colorado Family Physicians' Attitudes towards medical marijuana. This was done back in 2000 and surveyed over 1,700 physicians. This is right after Amendment 20 was passed. So 31% of the physicians had said that they would recommend it to a client, but 60% still agreed that medical marijuana had side effects and a lot of issues that came along with it. With both these studies, there are still controversy and it is very hard to decide for or against. So, with you guys, after hearing those studies and personal experience, would you say that you are for or against?
The medical?
Yes, the medical side, not the recreational.
I would be for medical.
Medical.
I would be for medical also.
Nah.
Nope. Nothing?
No.
Okay.
I would be for medical.
And as a lot of people can say that the recreational and medical are very different and they are different looking, because the recreational use is solely just for somebody to get high or have enjoyment off of it. But the medical, there has been several studies with cerebral palsy as well as cancer and epileptic seizures as well. I read some articles on that. Those 2 things have been tested and the cannabis oil was able to help that as well. Have you personally ever heard of any medical stories? Have you guys heard of any?
No.
You have?
My sister,
Oh.
she had pancreatic cancer, and they caught it early because she was diabetic. So that's how they found out about it. And then once they started her on chemo, she couldn't eat, and they gave her a medical marijuana pill, and I think it was I can't remember its name, but it was something like Mylar or something.
Oh, wow.
It may come to me, but it gave her 3 years because she was able to eat. It boosted her appetite, and also if she hadn't eaten, she wouldn't have been able to survive. You know, so yeah.
Yeah, and that's another great point because that's all the research that I found too is that it helps people with the appetite and is able to let them eat as well as their vomiting and the nausea and all that helps with the eating is also subsided with some of that. And a lot of times it is just pills, like you don't have to smoke it. And the cannabis oil with the children, it's oil that's placed right inside their gum line and their lips, and it's able to be absorbed into the bloodstream through the gums. And so they don't have to do anything unhealthy to their lungs or body. So as we were able to discuss this, and thank you so much for coming out and being able to talk about the medical uses and the pros and cons about your guys' views on it. I hope that you're able to do the different research and statistics that we looked at and able to make your own educated guess or educated decision on this, because it is a lot of research and a lot of talks being done about it, but very little research has been done because, well, research has been done, but people are having opinions without researching it. But being able to do this and be able to sit down and talk about it is great. But thanks for a great discussion, and this will come to a close.
Thank you for bringing it to our attention.
Thank you.
Thank you. So how come the recreational piece was not addressed?
It's just the pros and cons of medical